Welcome to the video race briefing for the Reading Triathlon, Aquabike and Aquathlon. As you may know, this is the site of the first British long distance triathlon championships back in 1983. We like to think this is the home of triathlon. Thank you for joining us this year to continue the tradition. I'm Georgia, part of the events team and also head coach at Tri2O Triathlon Club. Jamie is our race director, we'll find him a bit later. Ian is behind the camera. Come on, turn it around. Yeah, I see it. And we also have a new addition to the team, Sarah, who's away racing, so sadly missing out on the filming today. We're here at the race venue, the High Five Open Water Swim Centre, to talk you through everything you need to know for race day. If you haven't already, please read all the race day information and check your timings for registration and race start. Please also check the course maps for your race distance, all of which are available to access and download via our website under course information. To keep waste to a minimum, we do not provide swim hats for all competitors. If you bought a swim hat when you entered, it will be in your registration pack. If not, you'll need to bring one with you. This must be brightly coloured for your safety and visibility. Black or very dark hats are not permitted. We will have a limited number for sale at registration, but please don't rely on this, and even if you intend to buy one, do bring a backup hat just in case. We are also going cup free this year. You can of course carry water in a bottle on your bike, and there is a water station on the run course. Either bring your own carry bottle or flexible cup if you think you'll need water on the run, or you can purchase a flexi cup through our online race entry system. That will also be available for you at registration if you order one. Check you have all the kit you need. Writing a checklist can help. The easiest way to do this is to run through in your head every stage of the event from start to finish. Do this well in advance, ideally not the night before the race. Ensure your bike is roadworthy and that you've familiarised yourself with the course maps and the layout of the venue, and I'll talk you through that now. Do make sure you arrive in good time. The car park is at 100 Longwater Avenue, Green Park, about a mile walk or cycle from the race venue, and opens at 6 AM. There is a height restriction of 2.1 metres at the car park, so if you can put your bike on a rear-mounted carrier or inside your car, it would be much appreciated, as we have limited spaces available for roof racks or vans. Please bring a cash donation for parking. We suggest £3 to £5, all of which is shared between charities, Sport in Mind and Women in Tri. To find out more about these charities, do check them out on our website. When you arrive here at the hotel site, this is the entrance to race headquarters here, and down there is the way to registration. Registration opens at 6 AM and closes at 7:45 AM. It will be signposted from the hotel entrance and is towards the lake adjacent to the transition. So you'll be arriving from there and then following in here and through the escape, which will be open. Okay. Leave your bike on the racking next to registration, then queue up according to your surname to collect your race pack. If you've ordered a hoodie, t-shirt, swim hat or flexi cup, or have arranged wetsuit hire, these will be at registration for you. We will have a small number of swim hats and race belts available to buy at registration if you're caught short. You can also ask here at registration for a nervous swimmer hat, and water safety crew will know that this signifies a less confident swimmer. Please bring evidence of membership if you're a Triathlon England, Scotland or Wales member. This can be digital, so download it onto your phone before you leave home. If you don't have this, you'll have to buy a race pass for the day for £8 or £2 if you're under 25. If you're not a member of Triathlon England, you will have already bought a race pass as part of your race entry fee, so don't worry, there is nothing else you need to do extra. Relay teams will have one race pack per team, which should be collected by the team captain. Your race pack will be filed under your team captain's surname. Once you've collected your race pack, fix your race number stickers to your bike and helmet and fasten your timing chip around your ankle under your wetsuit. If you lose it, you'll have to pay £50 to replace it, so please look after it. There will be instructions in your race pack clearly explaining what stickers to put where. If you're taking part in the aquathlon, just ignore any additional numbers that you don't need. Write your emergency contact details and any medical conditions on the back of your race number. This is really important in case of an emergency. Once you've registered, put your helmet on, head to transition and rack your bike as directed by the transition marshals. Please note that bar ends must be plugged for safety reasons. Just Google it if you're not sure why. You'll be racking consecutively according to when you arrive. There will be no race briefing on the day. Please make sure you're ready down by the lake 10 minutes before your start time. Transition will open at 6:30 a.m. and closes at 8:15 a.m. The water temperature at the moment is around 21 degrees and is usually between 18 and 20 degrees at this time of year. Please see the race day information on the club website regarding wetsuits. VTF rules will apply. We will be operating a rolling time trial style format at the start, with athletes being set off every few seconds within a 10-minute window for each wave, the first starting at 8 a.m. You'll line up in small groups based on pace per 100 metres that you think you can comfortably sustain for the entire swim. So you'll line up here. Then you'll enter the water at the jetty here, down past there. Your time starting as you cross the timing mat, and then you'll start your swim heading to the left in a clockwise direction around the lake. Keep the large marker buoys to your right. We know that some of you prefer a mass start, so if you are keen on a bit of a bun fight washing machine style start, you can make your way to the front, and we'll encourage those swimmers to enter in much quicker succession. Please, of course, still do be respectful of other swimmers at all times, and there's absolutely no need to swim over the top of anyone. Standard distance and aquabike athletes will swim 2 laps of the lake. Towards the end of your second lap, after the 5th large buoy, don't turn right back to complete the loop this way. Instead, head towards the bank and exit the water at the far end of the lake. There will be marker flags at the exit. Competitors doing the sprint distance, relay and aquathlon will swim 1 lap of the lake, heading to the exit after the 5th buoy on their first and only lap. Please do look at the course maps on the website, as the picture makes it really clear, and we'll also have a map on display next to the lake on race day. There are kayakers on the lake for your safety. If you get into trouble, turn onto your back, raise your arm and shout. If you've opted for a nervous swimmer hat, be reassured that they will be briefed to keep an eye out for you. Be careful as you exit the water. There are marshals on hand to help you, and make sure you smile for that extra special swim exit photo. You'll exit the swim here. There are big feather flags to show you where to go, and there'll also be a marshal at the swim exit. After you've come out the swim, you'll run up here towards transition, which is behind me on the AstroTurf there. Once you get into transition after your swim, go find your bike. Relay teams, remember to pass on the timing chip from the swimmer to the cyclist. You must have your helmet on and fastened before you touch your bike. Mount your bike after the mount line and take care, and please be aware of any other athletes around you. The bike course is well signed and marshalled, but it's your responsibility to know the course, so please do familiarise yourself with the course map and route beforehand. The roads are mainly quiet, but they're almost all open to traffic. You must obey the highway code at all times. Pay attention at the hotel exit and entry, as it's busy there, and please do not overtake on that corner. At the end of the first long straight coming out of the hotel, there is a chicane of 2 very sharp bends. You must slow down here, as the turns are really tight and you're approaching a junction with a main road. Standard distance and aquabike athletes will complete 1 40-kilometre lap, and sprint distance and relay athletes will complete 1 22-kilometre lap. There is a course split after the Mortimer War Memorial, where sprint distance competitors should turn left and all others should turn right. You can find a link to the location of the course split in the race day information on our website, as well as all the bike and run course routes. There are 3 right-hand turns on the course, and it is your responsibility to look out for traffic at these junctions. The second of these right-hand turns is a T-junction, where Palmer's Lane meets Goring Lane, and this is a compulsory foot-down junction for your safety. This means you must stop and put your foot down on the ground. Failure to do so will result in immediate disqualification. This is a non-negotiable and has happened in previous years. There is a warning sign as you approach the junction, and there will be a marshal there, but it is not their responsibility to tell you, or their fault if you don't do it. Please check the race day information on the website, where there's a link to the exact location of the junction on a map. There is one set of traffic lights on the bike course, just before you come back into the hotel. You have permission to go through these even if they are on red, as this section of road is closed. But please still take care, as it's always possible that rogue vehicles can get through by mistake, or emergency vehicles have to use the road. The road surface is generally pretty good, and we will mark out any potholes on the course in advance. Please let people know if you're overtaking, for example on your right, and look behind you before you overtake. This is a non-drafting race, and bike course marshals are briefed to take note of any drafting. This means that there must be a gap of 10 metres between your front wheel and the front wheel of the bicycle in front of you. If you're overtaking, you have 20 seconds to pass through that draft zone. If you are overtaken, it's your responsibility to drop back to a legal distance. We know this can be frustrating, but it's the rules. Don't draft, it's cheating and it's unsporting, and you risk disqualification. Your race number should be visible on your back on the bike using a race belt, which you can then move around to the front for the run. As you come into the main hotel entrance here, all triathlon participants will turn right here, not this one, the next one. It'll be well signed. Make sure you dismount before the line. Again, take care, as this is another favourite spot for accidents. Aquabike participants, as you enter the hotel main entrance here, instead of turning right to transition that way, you will turn left to a small separate T2 area where there'll be some bike racking, probably on the left hand side here, possibly on the right. We haven't finalised completely, but it will be really obvious on race day when you set up. So there'll be an area of bike racking. You rack your bike anywhere, and then you join the final part of the run course over there in front of the hotel, and run round a couple of 100 metres at the most to cross the finish line, so you get your medal there. It's really important, if you want to wear running shoes for that last bit of run, it is on tarmac, then you'll need to put some running shoes at that T2 area when you set up transition at the beginning, which obviously is a different transition from your swim bike transition. Once you've come back in from the bike leg, you must rack your bike first before you remove your helmet. Again, relay teams, remember to pass on the timing chip. The run course is a simple lap around the lake. 6 laps for standard distance and 3 laps for sprint distance, relay and aquathlon. It's all off-road on grass with a short section of tarmac on each lap, and the laps mean you'll get plenty of support as you pass through Race HQ. You will need to keep track of your own laps. Some people use elastic bands to transfer from one wrist to another for every lap completed. Others use a GPS device to track distance travelled. When you've completed your final lap, take note of the signage to direct you to the finish, where your medal awaits. Once you've crossed the finish line, hand over your timing chip, collect your medal and race memento, and then grab a snack. We have 2 massage therapists on site, so do bring some cash and treat yourself to a post-race recovery massage. There's also plenty of freshly cooked food available afterwards at the lakeside kiosk, including bacon rolls, cakes, hot drinks and ice cream. You can get a printout of your time near the finish line, and results are available live on the website, so your supporters can track you. We'll do prize giving as soon as possible after 11:30 AM. Please do stay for this to support your fellow athletes. When you do leave, do so via the bike out, and remember, others may well still be racing. So, to wrap things up, please remember that all our marshals are volunteers and are here to give you the best race experience. In fact, he's right here, the race director, talking of marshals, and he's here because he'll try and hide. Look, there he is. Say hi, Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Thank you. Excellent, I knew I'd catch him. We expect all our race participants to be respectful and kind, and to adhere to our code of conduct, which is available on our website. If you're concerned about any behaviour, please report to any marshals as soon as you can. Remember, pretty much all you need to know is on our website. We're really keen to make this race as a positive experience for everyone involved, so if you have any additional or special needs, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us via email. Finally, we'd like to thank our race partners, our massage therapists Susan and Catherine, Coffee on the Green, My Sporting Times and the High Five Swim Centre, or H2O Swim Centre here, Racing Line Running, Cavaliers in Reading for providing awesome t-shirts and hoodies, and our local tri clubs for coming along to enter and support their local race. And of course to all our amazing club members for enabling this to happen both in the run-up and marshalling today. Last but not least, thanks to you for entering and coming along to the race. We're looking forward to another great Reading Triathlon event. Bye!